Well, I'm not a Marxist. I just want to show my solidarity with my brothers and sisters proclaiming that Black Lives Matter. Okay, what would Jesus say? It seems to me that treating any particular race or ethnicity as special because of their racial identity is addressed quite a bit in the New Testament. It seems to me that the Jews were pretty confident in their identity as a people who were oppressed by the government, and that the Messiah would come to destroy their oppressors and set them free because of their favored status. But Jesus set them straight. He didn't come to save the Jews from Rome, but from themselves. Christianity is about addressing our captivity to sin, not to the government. John chapter 3. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil. Everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. But whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what they have done has been done in the sight of God. Thus, chanting exclusively that Black Lives Matter, even if meant only as a philosophical statement, is still antithetical to Christianity. No individual group has any more or any less value. To Christ, all lives matter. Period. But BLM is not just a philosophical statement. It is a political organization founded by 3 radical, communist lesbians who knew that their agenda is not in sync with the American black community. So they created a movement which could get momentum so they could slide their agenda in like a Trojan horse. Don't take my word for it. Go to their herstory on the organization's page. I've been monitoring them for years, and they've scrubbed a lot of their more radical stuff off their page because so many people are going there right now. But even the mollified page still notes their goal extends beyond government to the foundations of culture. They declare, we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure. We foster a queer affirming network. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual, unless she, he, or they disclose otherwise. They express their commitment to vigorously engage in the electoral process to address economic injustice, LGBTQIA+, and human rights, and environmental injustice. And all donations to BLM are funneled to Project Blue, which is a democratic socialist PAC. And then read this ominous Jacobin warning. This is the revolution. Change is coming. I thought they just wanted police reform. I didn't know they were a revolutionary Marxist group bent on overthrowing the United States. You know whose fault that is? You. The riots and burning, pillaging of entire cities wasn't a clue? Your computer doesn't allow you to Google their page before you jumped on board or hid in the closet, allowing the few who do stand for truth to be stoned all by themselves? John 8. To the Jews who had believed him, Jesus said, "If you hold my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." They answered him, "We are Abraham's descendants and have never been slaves of anyone. How can you say that we shall be set free?" Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. Now a slave has no permanent place in the family, but a son belongs to it forever. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. I know that you are Abraham's descendants, yet you are looking for a way to kill me, because you have no room for my word. I am telling you what I have seen in the Father's presence, and you are doing what you have heard from your father."